What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Salute to everyone that's tuning in. You know, I had to get back to editing these videos, these commentaries, especially this one, because I really want to talk about Amber Rose going back to the streets. Apparently, she put up a promo video basically talking about how she can now be herself. And what's interesting is that she's actually getting clowned by, women on social media who felt like if you really was comfortable in your own skin, why would you date somebody that you feel like you have to hold back, that you cannot be yourself with, right? Well, you have to understand that a lot of women like Amber Rose, they are not who they say they are. They put out an image that they do not live. Okay, you're talking about going back to the streets. Now, I'm going to get to her being a hypocrite, but I want to talk about the fact that she's back in the streets. And she even had Brittany Renner in the comment section talking about welcome back. See, this is a movement, people. A movement of women pushing the thought image and embracing it, even though when they were in those relationships, they did not embrace thought behavior, did not embrace the slower lifestyle. They only embrace it when they're single. I'm telling you right now, man, you got more women who are dedicated as far as to not finding a good man when they're single to when they're in a loveless relationship and they want out and they put all these motivational quotes, because a lot of these women don't know what they want. And this does set a bad example for younger women who see this, because they think this is normal, that this is cool to be for the streets. No, it's not, because I'm telling you right now, once you embrace being for the streets, that is what you're going to be used as, and you're not going to be able to change that. You see, Amber Rose thought she could change that. Amber Rose thought she can get into this new relationship with this guy, have a kid with this guy, and that she would be able to be the woman that she feels like society says that she should be, a woman in a monogamous relationship, even though she slur shamed her ex for sleeping with 12 different women. That's what she said. First off, if he's sleeping with 12 different women, this either a guy that wasn't getting women like that before you, or getting with you actually increased the amount of attention he's getting from women. That's what women like Amber Rose don't understand. She dated a guy that wasn't really well known, but he was well known in the Hollywood circles. He was well known in the industry swamp. So because he was well known in the industry swamp, that's how she met him and got cool with him and started dating him, right? And what happens is when you start to date a woman like Amber Rose, a lot of these women follow Amber Rose. She has over 20 million followers. And now that she, you done wifed her up, that's your dude. A lot of women, I guarantee you, was coming at him wanting to get with him. They didn't care that he was in a relationship with Amber Rose because they embraced the street lifestyle. They embrace it until they get into a relationship, and then karma comes back on them when they get cheated on, right? So when you're somebody like Amber Rose and you embrace the thought lifestyle, the slower culture, why do you stop when you get into relationships? Why don't you make that relationship open then? Why don't you embrace that? But you didn't, did you? Because it's all about branding. She wanted to brand the slower walks, right? She wanted to brand the slower walks. It's all about branding, putting her name out there, making herself a bigger name. She doesn't care about what she's actually telling these women. She's literally putting on these events to tell women to embrace who you are. And I noticed that a lot of women were bringing that up after she posted this video talking about her going back to the streets. And there were women saying, well, why do you have to go back to being who you were if you were always comfortable with who you were? The reality is, people, she wasn't. It's all for show. All these women that claim that they love to live free, right? They want to be out there and just do whatever they want, right? Be very liberal. When it comes to relationships, they are very conservative. They're only liberal outside of the relationship. When it comes to the relationship, they want a monogamous relationship, according to them. So that's why she's out talking about how many women her now ex has cheated on her with, because she wants him to just deal with her. Okay, she does not embrace the slower lifestyle when it comes to her, but when it comes to other women, she'll tell them to embrace who you are and don't change who you are for a man. She tried to change who she was. Well, certain parts of who she was. I mean, she was tattooing her face up. So, I mean, was she really changing who she was? But I think that when it comes to the intimacy part and the rules of the relationship, they were very, I would say modern. They were very, very conservative. Even though you would think that she's against that, but these women are hypocrites. Look at Cardi B. Cardi B, look at the music she makes. But I guarantee you, she wants to be in a monogamous marriage. She does not want Offset dealing with other women. Look at Meg Thee Stallion. I guarantee you, she's not in an open relationship. I guarantee you, she's going to change who she is when it comes to that relationship. All these women do. None of these women live what they talk about. None of them. They tell you to do the opposite of what they're doing. It's just like these women who get on this platform and they talk about how women shouldn't do this for a man and that for a man. But I guarantee you, for the man that they want, they're going to be submissive. They'll tell you, don't be submissive to men. Don't let that man run you. But I guarantee you, if they get into a relationship with a man that they've always wanted to be with, if that man tells them to jump, they're going to say how high. A lot of these modern women are hypocritical. They don't practice what they preach. They tell you one thing and do another. They will make videos telling you that you shouldn't submit to a man. You shouldn't deal with a man who does this. Meanwhile, they're dealing with men who's doing God knows what, cheating on them, passing along ABCs, baby, allegedly. They're not practicing what they preach. And the thing is that they're telling you one thing and they're doing another. That's why you have to stop listening to these celebrities, okay? Amber Rose is telling y'all to be free, be in the streets, love who you are. But when it comes to a man, everything changes. They're not going to tell you that. You don't see them posting much on social media, right? They don't even talk to their friends anymore. All the fake friends they have, they don't talk to them anymore. You know why? Because they got what they wanted. When women like Amber Rose get what they want, they leave behind all that crap they were telling you when they were single, when they were for the streets. The streets is fun until you get ran through a little too much. And when you're going home alone a little bit too much, okay? When the dude you're dealing with ain't returning your text messages and phone calls until the next day, maybe. That's when you see them wanting to, make those changes. And the thing with Amber Rose, how low is she gonna go? She says she's back for the streets. Or is she gonna start sleeping with her male friends? Is she gonna get back with exes? Is she gonna get with Wiz? She's gonna hook up with Wiz? I doubt it. Wiz don't want to go there. Definitely not Kanye, even though he's, I think, single. Like, how low is she willing to go? I mean, this guy wasn't really even a celebrity. So who's the next guy you're going to get into a relationship with, Amber? How low are you really going to go? Are you going to start just dealing with women? We know that ain't going to happen. You love the attention you get from men. So we all know it's going to be a man. But how low is she going to go? How long is she going to be single? There are people saying that she's way too old to be talking about she's for the streets. She is 37. Sometimes you do need to leave the streets. But if Larsa Pippen has told us anything, it's that it doesn't matter your age. You can still be for the streets. A lot of these women crave to be in the streets. They crave that attention of being in the streets. Up until they're a little bit too lonely. And you know what's funny? Every female got a female friend like this in their circle. Always single, constantly, love being in the streets until everybody around her's in a relationship. Now she's in her feels, standoffish, don't want to deal with anybody. Might even start to try to get with one of her female friends' boyfriends or husbands, right? I mean, she's back in the street. She's making this announcement. Are any of us surprised? We're talking about Amber Rose. We're talking about the woman who produced the Slower Walk. So y'all let me sing in the comment section below, and let me know your thoughts.